I just had the best idea. Okay? Hand to God, this just came to me. Okay? Here we go. I'm going to paint the picture. We just had on Casey Rocket, right?
Right.
And on Casey Rocket's episode, he talked about Bobby Moynihan. And then I asked Bobby to send us that video to solve the whole Bobby Moynihan comment mystery gate. What if, hear me out, now we try and get Bobby Moynihan on this podcast?
He's going to be here any second. He is on this show.
That's right, because it's my idea that just came to me.
No, yeah, I booked him like weeks ago, way before this Casey Rocket thing.
Because of the idea I just had. So why don't we try and see my master plan I just thought of come to fruition right now? I just don't like that you were saying like that you came up with it. Just kind of like, that's what I was saying. It's like, I thought it could be a fun, like, I was like, oh, here's what would make a fun cold open. Where is he?
Right here.
Where is he?
Where are you?
No, where is he? There he is.
Hello.
No, Bobby, Robert. What do I?
So soft. I was
Yeah.
not expecting your hands to be that. Oh boy.
And I didn't expect yours to be so rough.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're a lot rougher than they should be.
yeah. Because you're from the streets.
Correct.
Yeah,
The mean streets.
that's right. Welcome, Bobby.
Thanks for having me. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I'm so
Jonathan.
happy that you're finally here.
I'm so happy that I came here and in this corner of this attic.
Yes,
This is where it happens.
this is where it happens. Whatever the opposite of the magic is, this is where that happens. Yeah.
Shockingly beautiful in real
Yes.
life. You are.
And look at, we got nails up here. If you,
I love the nails.
Yeah.
You never see just many exposed nails close to your own head.
that's right. I feel like I was saying this to Johannes the other day. I was like, not enough podcast studios offer danger.
Correct.
You're just going in a studio.
You show up.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey, do you want a bunch of snacks? You want water? You want to feel safe? You want to sit in this nice chair?
Content.
Yeah. Pump it out. But not enough people are going, this might be your last.
I might not make it home.
Yes.
I may never see my kids again.
That's right. And that's what I wanted today to be. That's what I wanted
That's what
today
it
to be,
feels
Bobby.
like. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. This is Johannes, by the way.
I know.
Yeah.
Hi, we go way back.
Oh, do you?
We went to, we were born in the same hospital.
Yep.
We
You
went
were
to the same
born in the
hospital.
same hospital?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're Italian?
Correct.
He's from Italy?
Sure. Yeah.
Prove it. I mean,
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah.
I love that.
Half Italian, quarter Irish, quarter Swedish.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you are?
Same.
Same.
You have
Same.
beautiful eyes.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
I think you have beautiful eyes, and I really like your glasses and your little hat.
Thanks.
Yeah.
It is kind of a little bit of a hat.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a
tiny
hat.
little
It's not
hat.
too much, but that's what I like. Oh, look at that.
That's the little sound it makes.
Do you, when you're riding your bike and you're delivering your newspapers, do you kind of do that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yep. When I'm eating a little biscuit, or if I'm painting in a little tree corner.
You just kind of go, good day.
Yep.
I love that. Ladies and gentlemen, you know who I have today? It's been a long time coming. We got actor, comedian, writer, producer,
Sure.
and everybody's favorite drunk uncle, Bobby Moynihan.
That's
Give
me.
a round of applause, everybody. Yeah.
me? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You made it.
I did.
Yeah, I'm
I
so
did.
happy. So, you made it through the outside.
Yeah, the outside is rough.
Yes.
Always, anytime. I don't like go outside.
Are you not an outside person, Bobby?
Nope, I am an indoor boy.
You're a homebody.
I'm a homebody.
Yeah. And what is it about the outside that really bugs you?
Everything, it's hard.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Next question.
It's just like you leave the house and you got to make a lot more decisions than if you just stayed in it.
Oh, yeah, you got to talk to people. There's people around. There's elements that you can't control, and that's what I don't like.
Yep, same.
I don't like elements I can't control. And that's why this episode is going to be heavily edited.
A perfectly curated bubble.
Oh.
That's what I like.
That's what we're going to make. That's what we're going to make this episode.
I like it.
This is going to be a perfectly curated bubble.
God bless you.
Thank you. Allergies in this attic are insane. The dust. Johannes, the dust. We have Bobby Moynihan here.
I'm okay with it. I brought a lot of dust with me. I'm going to a dust fair after this.
Now, I was going to say, Bobby is our first cast member from SNL, but that's not true. We just had Ginny Garofalo.
She was a cast member.
And Bobby Lee was on the one that came on the same time.
Mad Television.
As the maddest of television.
Angry television.
Yes. I like that you covered up his face in this one. That makes me happy, Johannes. Thank you.
Taron Killam and Jeff Richards. The only two people to be on both shows?
Ooh.
SNL.
Is that true?
I said it as a question.
Okay.
Because I'm not positive, but I think I'm right.
What were their names?
Taron Killam and Jeff Richards and Whoopi Goldberg, the other one.
That's what I was going to say.
Yep. All EGOTs, too.
And she was going to come on the podcast, and she was a last-minute cancel, and you filled in.
I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, be honest,
Whoopi
please.
Goldberg would do this podcast.
I think she would.
She's the best.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We got to get Whoopi Goldberg.
I'll see what I can.
Wasting our time trying to get all these other people on.
I'm sorry she couldn't make it, but
no.
Whenever Whoopi can't make it, I'm right there.
Actually, I'm just going to...
I was almost in Ghost.
Well, if you don't mind, I'm just going to ask you the questions I was going to ask Whoopi Goldberg.
Fine with that.
Can we expect another sister act?
Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you can.
Clip it. You heard it here first.
It's got a lot of great people in it too.
Okay. And
that's a real thing that's happening.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you in it?
No, now I will.
Let's get you in it. Right now, let's get Bobby in. What number are they on?
All I want to do is walk in dressed as a priest and go, good, my sister never acted like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Out.
Yeah, or I want to do this. I want to be a passerby and going, where's all this music? Oh, what is this? My ears. And then I walk in and I just go, but I kind of like it. And then they win me over. And then in the end, I'm the guy in the end that just goes. Or I'm like singing and they get me up and I'm like, no, please, I don't dance. And I'm just like, wait, I'm free. Yeah.
You are so beautiful.
Thank
you
you.
are so well lit.
Thank
you look a lot better than I thought you were going to look.
Oh, thank you, Bobby. I don't know how to take that, but I'm going to take it and I'm just going to put it in my pocket. Is this a pocket right here?
It is now.
Okay.
It was Gandhi who said this. The heart is the body's pocket.
My next question is, why are you still doing comic relief? Oh, wait, sorry.
Old question, yeah.
Sorry. Bobby Moynihan, that's who I have
Correct.
here. So you grew up east of Westchester.
Correct. Eastchester, the town of Eastchester, which is inside the county of Westchester.
Okay.
Yes.
It's just
north.
Okay. Oh, so why is that
It's just north. It's just south of north.
Chester's here,
is
and then everyone's just kind of...
Yes.
I see.
Yeah.
And you grew up there.
I did. My whole body. When I was there, I was small. And then
top to bottom.
Top to bottom. And then when I left, I was a big one.
And then what did you do next? You went to a college?
I went to a college. I went
Monsters University.
Monsters University.
Yes.
Graduated with horrors.
Oh, there's no camera there. That's just an AC unit.
I thought there was, yeah. I like that. I like that AC unit.
Yeah, if at any point you hear, that your car's getting broken into.
Which is, I feel like a great possibility.
Yeah, well, you got the club, right? You still got the club?
I had the club.
Did you really?
Of course I had the club. I was a human, and I owned a television in the 90s. That's right.
Do you remember that thing?
Yeah, did it ever work? No, it was just a fucking nuisance.
Johannes, did you have the club?
I'm from Sweden. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I forgot he's from
The club,
Italy, Sweden.
for our 8 Gen Z listeners, it was like, how would you describe it, Bobby?
I just noticed the dead rat hanging above your head. Say that again?
How would you describe the club?
Okay. So the club... So in the 90s, there was these commercials for products that no one needed, like the clapper, which was a box you plugged into your wall, and if you clapped your hands, the lights turned on or off. But if you also coughed or sneezed or said anything, the lights went on and off. It sucked.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it was Alexa, but only it couldn't listen to you.
It was like if Alexa was dumb.
Yeah.
And then there was another thing called the club, and it was like, do you not want people to break into your car? Give us $40, and we can put a bunch of metal on your steering wheel. It's so annoying that no one will steal your car.
It looked like a cattle prod, almost. And it was just this big thing. And
You could kill someone with it easily.
That was the thing.
It was heavy.
I don't know why you'd want it on your steering wheel. You'd want to use it to fend off the person stealing your car.
Well, or someone would steal your car. You go, hey, stop. And then they would go, no, and kill you with it.
Yeah. Or if they're breaking into your car and they got the club off, they're able to get the club off, you just got to let them go because...
The club was just heavy. It was just, you spent a lot of money to have a heavy, annoying thing.
And
then you stopped using it. You would use it 3 times. You would put it on 3 times, and you'd be like, they can have my car if I don't have to put this club on.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't fit in the glove compartment.
No, it was another passenger.
You had to strap it in with a seatbelt. You had to tuck it in, and you had to just have the club. But the good news was
John
you
Goblikon,
could...
we have so much in common.
I mean, I was saying this to Johannes before you got in here. I was like, you're kind of going to meet like my brother. I just like felt that.
I feel like you're lying because he's making a face like I feel like he's lying, but I don't care.
No, he's
that nice?
always making that face.
He has only been making one face.
Yeah, he has one face and one thing he does.
That is true. I only have one. This is my face. If I take it off, I will have no face. That's true.
And see, he doesn't do comedy. You could tell right off the bat that he doesn't do comedy. Yeah, so there's not going to be much of that. I read, Bobby, you started with the Shakespeare Company.
Sure. Yeah.
That's not true?
I did a couple Shakespeare shows after college with a Shakespeare company.
So then that is true.
It's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it sounds pretentious. Like I got my start with a Shakespeare company. And
that is true.
It's true. That's the
truth. You're like, guys, I don't want to sound pretentious like I got my start acting in a few Shakespearean plays with the company. Yeah. But turns out what I did was I acted in a few Shakespearean plays with the company.
Like, I don't want people to think I would just show up in a sweatshirt and a hat and glasses.
That's right.
You know?
I feel like people are like always just like putting stuff on me. They're like, you must be a goblin that hosts a podcast. And I'm like, I'm going to come off, like I got a big old ego that I host a podcast called Right Now in Goblikon. I don't want people to think that.
I don't want people to think about me ever.
Yeah, that's kind of how I am. I don't want to pop in anyone's head.
Ever.
I don't want them to have a thought. When people ask them, they're like, hey, what do you think about John Goblikon? I want them to go, goo,
Wouldn't that would be fantastic. I wish they would just go, ha, and then throw money or something.
Yes.
And then leave or forget about
Bobby,
me after that.
What do you think people think about Bobby Moynihan? When someone goes,
hey,
that's
a nice little fat guy right there.
That's a nice little, is that what you said? That's a nice little fat guy. Is that what you said? That's a nice
probably
little
right.
fat guy.
Look at that little fat guy running around.
Yeah. And he's running around.
Yeah, look at him go.
Yeah.
Hope he's having a good time.
Yeah.
And you know what? I am.
You are.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's why I wanted to bring you on the podcast, to settle that debate.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are like, is he actually having fun?
I am.
You are?
It's the big question. Everyone, I'll leave the house and everyone's like, gosh, is he having fun?
But is he having fun?
I am.
Because
I'm always having a good time.
That's what I feel like.
Yeah.
I see you on a lot of things. You're on all the things now.
I like to make sure that if you see something, I'm in it somehow. A little bit. Just a tiny bit.
That's what I've noticed about you.
Yeah.
You told your agent, you said, whatever the offer is, whatever the role, the answer is Yes.
Answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
My agent calls me Hollywood's Easter egg.
Is that really what they call you?
No, I lied.
Okay.
Yeah.
My agent doesn't call me, which I would like to change.
Yeah.
Yeah, then stop being with State Farm. Just pick someone
That's
else.
the problem. I was with Philip Morris.
Yeah, and then you went to
State Farm.
State Farm. I don't think that's right, or I think that's wrong.
You think they're a bad fit?
Well, I don't think it's a correct fit. It would be like going to a barber to get your teeth fixed, kind of thing.
And that's what I do.
Can I just say?
Yes.
Your teeth are astonishing.
Thank you.
They're
I
beautiful
have a good
goblin
barber.
teeth.
I said, give me
You
the
have
fade.
a great barber.
I said, I do Bobby. I go in there. I go, number 2 on the back. Number 2 in the back. Fade it up.
Fade it up.
And then
just straight across.
Straight across on the bottom, please.
Just
and they just
blunt.
yeah. And then they
The nails too. I'm sorry. I apologize for how much I've commented on your appearance.
Bobby, it's okay, man.
Thanks, man.
It's really okay. It's like
I mean, when there's no personality, you got to talk about something.
Shots fired. Fuck.
That was a joke. I was just joking. That was mean. I'm sorry.
Wow. The whole podcast was going great, and now something has
I want you
clearly changed.
I just want you to take notice of what happened, okay?
I feel small all of a sudden.
The room, the air's gone. It's hard to breathe, right?
Yeah.
Chest is tight. Yep. And it was like fun was being had, and then squash. Yeah.
How are we going to recover?
I don't know. I really don't know. But the good news is we haven't started recording, and we may never record.
That's great news.
Because that would have, if that was the start, you know, they were telling me, all the scientists at YouTube, they're like, if you're going to have a successful podcast, you got to get the views right in the beginning. And if they fall off, you going to die.
You got to hook them fast.
And
Gandhi said that
at the top of a podcast episode, guess what?
What?
They're going over somewhere else, you know? They're listening to Call Her Daddy or whatever, you know? Because that's what we're trying to be.
Everyone.
Yeah.
We can't be that, though.
Do you remember any Shakespeare, Bobby? Remember any of Shakespeare?
Gosh, let me, for real, tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow.
No, I prefer you just do it now. Yeah, just do it. Just
I tried.
Yeah, just say, not tomorrow, we're doing the podcast right now. So just whatever you got, just do it now.
I can't. I can only do it. Shakespeare on Tuesdays.
So it was a Tuesday company.
Contractually, it was a Tuesday company.
It was a Tuesday company.
Mm-hmm.
I like that, though.
Thanks.
And what kind of Shakespeare role did you play?
I believe I was, what's his name?
Gary.
I was in King Lear, Bardolph in King Lear.
Bardolph.
Also known as Gary.
Yeah. What kind of roles would Bobby be casted in the Shakespeare company?
A foppish role, usually large I usually fell or dropped fruit.
You were always the guy just like with a big basket, you know, like, oh no.
Yeah. So
My
getting
melons.
chastised for something.
Yeah. Maybe a cart and someone's running through and then they, oh.
Yeah.
Why does that always happen in movies? That poor fruit cart owner.
It's if you have a fruit cart or a pane of glass in the movie, good luck, buddy.
Yeah.
You're not going to end well.
No, they always move on, but I think I want to see a movie
that starts
fruit
with spills well and it's colorful.
But here's the thing. Movie idea, okay?
Okay.
Tell your agent. Okay. Movie opens. We think it's an action movie. Okay. We're following this guy. He's being chased by, a bunch of bad guys, and they're shooting at him. And he's running, and they're running, and they're running. And all of a sudden, we see a fruit cart guy, and we're like, oh, no. And he plows through the fruit cart, and then they run off. But with the camera stays.
Fruit spilled
Yep.
at the feet. He picks one up, slowly comes up to his face. He looks at it. Single tear.
Yep.
He looks at the camera. Takes a bite of the fruit.
Yeah.
Denzel Washington comes out of the fruit.
Yeah. I'm into it. See, that's the movie. I want to know about him. You know what I mean? I want to know about what's going on in his life. And it's really just like It's like 3 acts about just like finding the right produce at the right farmer's market at the right price.
Correct.
And I think people would watch that.
I think a lot of white people would love to see that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Charge
A lot of
$1,000 a ticket.
$1,000 a ticket. That's
big.
That's kind of what they're charging nowadays.
Yeah, I
Am I
could,
right, guys?
I can tell you this.
Am I right?
Anybody's aunt is seeing that film.
Correct.
They're like, Bobby, you gotta see the new Fruit Vendor film with Denzel.
It's amazing. He's not even the vendor. He's inside the fruit.
Yeah, Denzel actually pops right out of an apple.
He's a little worm.
Yeah. Denzel he slithers out.
Yeah.
Man, he's just like,
It's like not since Roger Rabbit have
Yeah.
they done animated live action.
but he gonna get nominated for it.
Yeah, he will.
He's good. He's
Denzel
very
Washington,
good.
he's very good at acting.
This episode is brought to you by Squarespace. If you need a website or want to buy a domain, Squarespace is the place for you. You know what, Johannes? You should build a website.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be like a meeting space or like a hub for all the soon-to-be former producers of Right Now. Producersofrightnowhub.com. Now, it's a little wordy. Maybe just like an acronym, maybe abbreviate it. Squarespace domains make it easy to find the best name for your business for just one all-inclusive price. No stupid hidden fees or stinking add-ons. Plus, every Squarespace domain comes with advanced privacy and security tools, so you can make sure your domain remains online and protected. Don't wait to claim the domain you want. If you wait too long, it'll be gone. Did you get that domain yet? Did you order it?
No, we're in the middle of this. Why am I gonna?
Well, once you have your domain, Squarespace has you covered with everything you need to start providing services. You'll be able to showcase what you have to offer on your new beautiful website, and you'll be able to streamline your workflow with email marketing tools and built-in appointment scheduling. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use offer code RIGHTNOW to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain.
I wish my nails were as long as yours.
I do too. Because then we could kind of like,
It's fancy. It's fun.
do you bite your nails?
I do.
You're a nail biter?
I am.
Yeah, still?
What do you mean still?
Well, just usually like people.
Like babies do it? Like
Yeah,
a
li- little-
bedwetter?
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, do you go pee-pee in your diaper?
I do, but like
Bobby, you go pee-pee in your diaper?
I do, but I just don't think like people go out of biting their nails. Like I think that's
When you
more
get
of an adult
nervous,
thing.
when you get nervous, and
When I get nervous, I piss and shit wherever I am.
Yeah.
But I bite my nails because I'm a man. Because I'm an
Oh.
adult.
I like reclaim it. I like that, Bobby.
Yeah. It's time for white men to reclaim themselves.
Do we need to?
right.
Do you want to sit on a T-shirt
Do I want to sit on a
just
t-shirt?
so that we don't mess
What
up
the hell,
the
Johannes?
What the
film?
fuck is that
What?
supposed to mean?
Do you want to
Oh,
sit on a
Really pissing in
t-shirt?
the
Yeah.
shit? No, I don't want to ruin
Oh.
a perfectly good t-shirt.
But okay. Yep.
You wanna
I
sit-
am swaddled in t-shirts. I don't have any diaper money. I have just
If we were on the streets of New York and somebody's wondering, go, hey, you want to sit on a t-shirt? You'd be like, excuse me? That would be,
Do you
that
want
could
to
be your
sit on a
last-
t-shirt? It almost felt like a slur.
Yeah.
It almost felt like
yeah,
I should have called the police or like been
yeah.
my Italian. I don't know.
Yeah.
My Italian heritage kind of bubbled up a little
There was
bit.
a hard T on
wanna
that.
say
I didn't
you wanna
like it
sit-
at all. I didn't like that at all.
You wanna
Johannes.
sit on
you,
a-
you go sit on a t-shirt.
Yeah, what the? Hey, tell me to sit on a
Johannes.
t-shirt.
Jesus
You
Christ.
go friggin' sit on a t-shirt. That's what they would have said.
Hey, go sit on a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, go sit on a fucking t-shirt. Oh, yeah.
What am I supposed to say?
Is that like the new? Is that like the new Kick Rocks? You know what I mean? Like, hey, I was wondering, maybe go sit on a fucking t-shirt, okay? Tell you what, hey, go sit on
I
a
like
fucking
when you
t-shirt.
curse.
Yeah,
I like when you curse.
yeah. Go eat a fucking sweater. How about that? Go
Like
eat
that
a
one.
sweater. Go sit
eat
on
a
a
sweater.
t-shirt.
Any.
Yeah. Go eat a sweater. That's my new thing. That's my new character I'm gonna do. Audition for Saturday Night Live. They're gonna go. Here, how much time do you have when you audition?
For the audition,
Yeah.
Lauren gives you 8 to 12 hours. He's pretty cool about
8 to
it.
12 hours.
Yeah, he's pretty much
Okay.
just like, look, I know you want the show, so let me help you and make this easy for you.
And when you were auditioning, do you remember your audition?
I do. It was
What
so
did you
easy.
do for your audition?
I walked in the room. I said, hey, what's going on here? And they were like, we're auditioning for Saturday Night Live. And somebody was like, you're pretty funny. And I was like, oh, thanks. And then just 13 hours of me just, telling them what I like and what I'm about. And then Lauren was like, can I get you anything? And I was like, no, dude, chill. And
Not a big deal.
yeah, and then I did Seth Rogen's laugh, and I got it.
How does that go?
Arf, 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 arf.
Yeah.
Yeah, from Pineapple Express.
Pineapple Express.
Yeah, and that's what got me the job.
And everyone's always doing the other one. That's like when they do Al Pacino, they're always doing the angry one. But
Yeah,
can you
no,
do...
it's like Walken. Like some people do Christopher Walken, and then some people do Christopher Walken.
Yeah. And
You
you're
know what
doing
I mean?
Seth
And I'm
Rogen.
doing Seth Rogen.
From Pineapple Express.
From Pineapple
like,
Express.
I think it's like, I want to say like minute 15, 37 seconds in.
Yeah,
that's
exactly
right where
what it
that
is.
happens. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you spot it, you got it, pal.
That's what
you know what I mean?
Gandhi said that.
That's
He said a lot of things.
he said so much.
I remember all the things he said.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
It said after you got out of the Shakespearean company, you became one of our top scholars of Gandhi.
Yeah.
And
A Gandhi scholar, they're called.
a Gandhi scholar. That's right. And was that before or after Late Night with Conan O'Brien?
Right before.
That was right before.
Right before. Yeah.
So Late
with-
Night with Conan O'Brien. What did you do on Conan O'Brien?
Pretty much humiliate myself. I would like show up like whenever it was like they needed someone to come on in their underwear or do something stupid. Like I feel like I was on in my underwear a lot. I would just do some small bits here and there, kind of a hired silly body.
Silly Bobby.
Yeah.
Okay. Silly Bobby.
Correct. That's
Silly
what
Bobby.
I said. Yeah.
And when you were a Silly Bobby and you're doing all this stuff, you're probably, not getting paid a ton, but you're probably like, oh man, one day I'm going to be
It was fun.
in the chair. And then did that happen? Did you ever appear on the Conan O'Brien show?
No, I was never on Conan.
All right, because that would have been a terrible full circle moment. Let me cross that out. Good.
It
Good. I'm
had.
glad you didn't, Bobby. I'm glad you didn't. I didn't want you to.
I will say. Here, I'll give you your full circle moment.
Okay, yeah, please.
I was on Conan O'Brien a bunch. One in particular where like the desk driving bits, I was dressed. It was like when Phantom Menace came out, and I was dressed as Darth Vader, and he hit me with his desk. I was very excited. It was very cool to be around Conan.
Of
He's
course.
the coolest. Just to watch him work, and watch him like cut jokes, and he's a genius. It was like a master class. It was the coolest thing in the world. I loved every second of it. I loved him. And then I got on SNL, and I was like, oh God, I wonder if I'll ever be on Conan. I can tell him like, oh, I used to be on these shows. I wonder if he knows who I am. Like, I used to be on the show. And we were outside the Met Gala. I was with Kenan not the Met Gala, the Met Museum.
The Mets game.
We were at the Met game. We
Yeah,
were
you were
at
at the outside of the Mets game.
We met at a gala.
Yeah, sorry.
And no. We were at the Museum of Natural History museum. We were in tuxedos, and me and Kenan Thompson were outside smoking a joint. And Conan just walked up and was like, hey, just wanted to say, hey, what's up, everybody? And I was like, hey, man, how are you? And I was so excited, ready to be like, remember me? I used to be on your show, and I think he's going to say, and he was like, hey, nice to meet you, Conan. And I went, Bobby. And then he just turned around and walked away, and I felt really embarrassed and really stupid that and I was about to be like, hey, I was on your show. Full circle moment.
Full circle. I'm so happy.
Hello?
Yep, just take it. Yep.
It's Conan.
Yep,
It's Conan.
It's fine.
Yeah, no, I told the story. It didn't go great.
No, that went pretty well.
Hold on one second. Oh, Conan, hold up. It's Whoopi Goldberg. Hello? Whoopi?
Get her the pot.
Huh?
Give her the pot.
What?
That's what she's doing tomorrow. 11
Hold on
a.m.
one second, Whoopi. There's a goblin talking to me.
Yeah.
I can't hear you because I'm talking
Oh,
to
no
Whoopi
problem.
Goldberg.
Okay.
Hold on one second. Hey. She hung up.
Oh,
But you have her number, so we can probably take that. Oh, no. Okay.
all right.
That ship has sailed.
But maybe when you were like a kid, did you watch like Saturday Night Live?
I watched
And then later
then
in
I was
life,
on it.
And then later in life, you're watching and you're looking up, going, man, it would be good to be sitting there.
When I was a little kid, I was on Saturday Night Live by accident. I was dressed as a samurai, and I had a deli. And then Sure enough, out of nowhere, 40 years later.
What about this? Was there ever a sketch you did, Bobby,
Yeah.
that maybe didn't go over so well? But you
yeah.
were like, I like this one. This one's for me.
All of my sketches.
All of
that
your
was all
sketches?
of my sketches.
Just basically
pretty
trying to
much.
make yourself laugh.
That's all I ever did.
Yeah.
That's all I ever did.
Did you have a favorite?
Yeah. I wrote a sketch called Party for Burl. I was a 900-pound man. Who I was a 1,600-pound man who had finally reached his goal weight of 900 pounds, and they were having a party to celebrate for Burl, and everyone kept asking him how he. But I never said anything. This is all. Everyone just kept congratulating me and telling me how great I was, and I was in a giant prosthetic body that was bigger than the chair, and asked me a couple questions. This was how Burl. This was what I did for 3.5 minutes straight.
Okay. Burl?
Burl, B-U-R-L.
Okay. Hey, Burl, you look great. What's your secret?
Yeah.
Burl, what's the new diet?
Yeah.
Any plans for the next week?
Yeah. And that I did that.
And that didn't crush. That didn't break down the house.
No, it got into it got in the show. In my 9 years on SNL, 9 years, whatever.
Oh my God, 9.
In my time at SNL, this only happened once when I was there, where my sketch was in the show. We were doing the rundown. It was the sketch after update, and when we got to update, someone came in. One of the interns came in, took the sketch off. Like, took it out of the show and put a different sketch in. It was Susie Orman's show. And Jane Lynch went, I'm so sorry, Susie Orman's a friend of mine, so we're going to do that one instead. And it was devastating.
And you never talked to
Well,
Jane
it
again.
was what it was I wanted to say was, Jane, I've been trying to get this dumb fucking Burl sketch on for months.
Wait.
Probably
Real quick
to
for context,
Yeah.
Bobby. Are you, when she's doing this, are you in?
This is I'm sitting on Lauren's floor. I'm a grown adult sitting on the floor like a child.
No, but are you in full prosthetics at this point?
No, I'm out of the
Oh,
prosthetic.
damn it.
I've had that happen, though.
I really wanted you to go through like 7 hours of prosthetics. You're wearing a fat suit, and they're literally you're on.
Yeah.
You're on 2 dollies.
There's nothing
And
like
they're
getting cut in full, like Jim Carrey's The Mask makeup. There's nothing like it.
Has that ever happened where someone just is
Oh,
like,
yeah. Or I've been in costume or full makeup, and then they're like, that's cut. What are you doing?
they're
And
just
you're
like,
oh,
hey,
man.
Bobby, we're not going to do the Predator. And you're just like, okay. Just the full dreads. And you're like, just like a whole team of people is helping
I
you
had
out.
that, or the one that I was thinking of specifically, which made me bring up the mask one, was the opposite, where it was that sketch got flipped. So now you have 30 seconds to get from Bobby to, and then all of a sudden I was in full. I was Jim Carrey as the mask with Jim Carrey, and it took like They did it in 30, like less than 30 seconds. That was crazy.
How do they even do that?
They're professionals. It's also this too. Not that you would need to know this for any reason whatsoever, but when I do other jobs and they're like, "Okay, we're going to put on this prosthetic piece. It's going to take about 3 hours." I go, "We both know we can get this done in 30
right.
seconds." Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny in some like SNL sketches that air. I'll be watching an SNL sketch, completely unrelated, and the inside of my ears and like my knuckles are orange, and I'm like, oh, I must have done Snooki that show because I'm completely painted orange.
it's
or
still
like
on
I can tell by the remnants of makeup if I was in makeup previously.
No, thank you. Right? Bobby, wake up! Bobby, wake up!
Fell asleep.
We're gonna play a game that's gonna wake you up.
Great.
Yeah, let's play a game with Bobby Moynihan. Are you making bird calls? What are you doing,
I thought you were
Johannes?
throwing up in your hands.
Freezing in here.
It's freezing in here.
Yeah. It's really cold. don't understand how you can't feel that.
What are the chances? What honestly? Give me an honest percentage. My car is still there when we get out.
I'd
Honest
say
percentage.
7%?
Oh, that's,
What did you say?
7?
that feels
7?
high. That feels high. That feels high.
It does.
That feels
It
high.
feels optimistic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Johannes, if you're cold, why don't you go fucking need a sweater? All right.
That
let's
worked
play a game.
way too perfectly.
All right. This game is called Sketch or Sketchy. And
Ooh.
I'm going to involve my environment, okay? Here's how the game works. I'm going to give you a name.
Okay.
And you tell me if that's the name of a character you did in a sketch on Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Or just the name of one of the sketchy people that is outside this studio currently.
Okay.
Okay?
I love a weird name.
Yeah, I do too. This one is called Mark Payne. Sketch or sketchy? Oh, wait. You got to come up with your own buzzer noise. I forgot to ask that.
Oh yeah, no sweat.
Now that's how you do it.
It's funny.
That's
very funny.
comedy. That's comedy. Whoop.
Sketch.
Sketch. Okay, it is. Correct.
Yeah. I'm
What
right.
is that from? Mark Payne.
Mark
What was
Payne,
Mark Payne?
my very first episode of Saturday Night Live.
Your very first episode.
Yeah.
And what did
And
so your very first episode?
and
You,
like my 13th with Tim McGraw, and then never again.
are you one of those people that has like a really good memory and you could like pick out almost everything you did while you were on that show?
I'm better with the stuff early on. Towards the end, it gets a little muddy.
But I don't think people realize like getting on SNL is hard enough. Getting on camera on SNL is very hard.
Yes.
But
Some
to
would say
get-
harder.
Yeah, to get a character on your very first episode.
Yeah,
Bobby?
it's almost like you have to. It's almost like Tom Hanks has to be the host, and then he backs out, and Michael Phelps is the host, and he's really tired from the Olympics, and he can't perform in any way, shape, or form. So they throw the new guy's new sketch up there. It's almost like that's how lucky I got.
Oh.
Yeah, I
well,
think that's exactly what happened.
Oh,
I think
really?
Michael Phelps was so tired from the Olympics and did not want to be hosting Saturday Night Live that they were like, why don't we just let Bobby go out there
they're like,
for 9 minutes
they're
straight?
like, Michael, here's a sketch. Pizzeria Uno. And he was like, just have Bobby do it, man.
I asked him if he was like,
I have 8 gold medals.
I just got Saturday Night Live. It was my life's dream to be on the show.
That's right, because when you were a kid, you were watching SNL going, I hope one day I could be on that show.
It is very true. And I remember this. I looked at Michael Phelps. I was like, can you believe it? Like, it's Saturday Night Live. Like, can you believe you're hosting? Not realizing he had just won gold medals in the Olympics. And he was like, yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, out of all my accomplishments, this one's really high.
Out of all
kid.
my accomplishments, this one where I dress up as Aquaman for
Yeah.
3 minutes is
Yeah. So what was the character? Pizzeria Uno is all I have
Mark
written.
Payne. It was a character. He smelled pepper all the time. Thought there was pepper everywhere.
That's right. That was the bit.
That was the game of the sketch.
Oh. Game of the sketch.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's French for comedy.
Oh, okay.
Or improv, if you will.
Buongiorno.
God bless you.
Thank you. How about this one? Dancing skeleton. Dancing skeleton. Got to buzz in? Bobby.
Trick question. Sketch and sketchy.
That's right. That's what I have. Because there is a dancing skeleton outside right now.
Literally right there.
And it's right there. And you played a dancing skeleton in what?
America's favorite thing, David Pumpkins.
That's right. Did you know when you were doing that was going to be such a hit?
Yep.
You did.
Yeah. The second me and Mikey said we should write something that's going to weird people, that people are going to be confused by forever.
And you did.
And we did.
And you did. David Pumpkins.
Is it David S. Pumpkins? Or is
Yes.
that in my mind? No.
S Pumpkins, please be respectful. The
That's
S
right.
is for, it's David Simon Pumpkins.
It is David Simon Pumpkins.
Yeah.
David Pumpkins was taken by SAG, so he had to change
Yeah.
it. Last minute. What about this one? Scared wandering dog with 3 legs. Bobby, how about the...
I've
about-
played a lot of dogs in cartoons, so I'm just trying to
Yeah,
think.
no.
Was how many legs? No, that was 4.
Uh-huh.
That one had 4. 36. That was a weird one.
Yeah. This one, you can kind of see its ribs.
I think that one was outside.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That was from outside. Just going back and forth.
Just aimlessly. Nowhere to call home, really.
I've never actually seen a dog communicate so perfectly to me through his eyes. It just said, help. What about obnoxious microphone guy?
I remember that. I had one line.
Can't hear you. Oh, yes, Bobby.
Sketch. I remember that. It was a wedding sketch with Hugh Laurie. I said the word what, and I dropped a microphone and I left. Do you hear that train?
I did. I was wondering if it was in here or in here.
It's in here.
Or here. It was back in my pocket?
Yep.
This is a pocket, correct?
Yep.
Okay, I'll put it in there. Bobby, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
This game has gone south. That's incorrect.
It's west of Westchester.
Oh. Then that makes sense then.
Yes.
And it was Shakespeare, huh?
Depends who you ask,
Yeah, okay.
really.
All right. Obnoxious microphone guy was your sketch, but he's also outside.
Correct.
Yeah, he was asking if I was okay with going to hell. I was like,
Are you?
yeah, I've been there. It rocks. Yeah.
I bet it does.
It's awesome, dude. Everyone's always like, no, we don't want to go there. We're like, you guys are so late. You ever been there? It's amazing.
It's probably fun.
Oh, it's so fun. We have literally, it's like, there's kind of like no rules. Do you remember that old Ninja Turtle movie, the first one?
Yeah.
It's got Sam Rockwell. Those kids just skateboarding all the time, listening to MC Hammer.
Foot Clan?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't care. They
That's
do
what
whatever
it's
they want.
like. That's exactly what it's like.
Hell
Smoking menthol cigarettes.
Hell is
yeah, they
like
got
the
both.
party scene from
Regular or
the first
menthol.
Ninja Turtle movie is one of the greatest revelations of all time.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Did you ever see the part in the? Have you seen the part in the Ninja Turtle movie now that has come out recently where Donatello opens his mouth and you can see the mouth of the human that is inside Donatello opening also? It's terrifying.
I don't like that at all.
Wait, from the newest movie, the latest?
No.
ones? Oh, okay.
Because someone found, because like HD exists now, there's a shot in the original
I did see
90s Ninja Turtle movie where Donatello is talking and he opens his mouth and you can see the person inside,
I have
who
seen
I
that.
believe was Ernie Reyes Jr.
What a deep cut.
I think it was.
Maybe we're just really seeing the real Donatello.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. I think that's what that film was really kind of speaking to at that time.
Everyone thought it was more about rafts.
No.
Raphael, for the
Yeah.
if you're nasty.
Oh, I thought you said rafts. I was like, it's a boat
No,
movie.
Raph. I was just shorting Raphael.
Oh, that was
I was
kinda
just
cool.
calling him like his brothers do.
No, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
like
it's,
that.
it's real cool.
What about this?
You're like pretty much a Ninja Turtle, if you don't mind me saying that. Is that a rude thing to say?
It depends why you're saying it.
Because you're a green man, you're like a Ninja Turtle man. You're kind of a turtle man.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, it's offensive.
Oh, okay.
Got a
Yeah,
hump.
I apologize about
yeah,
that.
that's okay.
Big back.
What'd you say?
I was saying you have a big back.
I have a big. Oh, you're saying my hump is like a turtle shell. Is that what you're saying?
I would say you're more turtle than I am.
I
I
would
think that's
not
fair to say.
disagree with that.
Say so.
But like, in a way, you're like that's me saying like, oh, you're more like dolphin than I am. You know, mammal.
I think I'm more dolphin than you.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Okay.
And I would say that as the Ninja Turtles go,
Yeah.
like I've always said I kind of have a little bit of all their personality.
Yeah.
I'm a leader. I'm a party boy.
You're good with machines.
Yeah, I do.
You got a temper.
The other day my Keurig was not working, and then I was like, I just kind of smashed it a few times, and then because I was hitting it so hard, it did start to drip a little bit, and then I got some coffee. So I'm good with machines.
You swim around in green ooze.
I do that.
You have a rat.
Oh my God! Bobby. At first I was like, where's he going with this?
Yeah.
But I'm kind of like picking up the seeds. I'm like, wait a minute.
Kind of are. You live in a. They
I
live in a sewer. You live in
yes.
an attic.
This is a sewer.
Smells like a sewer.
It
Yeah.
smells like a sewer. I got a rat. Yeah.
You have a themed van.
I do. Yes.
A Goblin themed
Outside, I have
van.
that news van that's just been taking up space.
Yeah. I'm
The only thing missing
I can't
is
believe
some,
I'm the first one to
some
realize
good
it.
pizza would be nice, but
You
that's
have merch.
I do. Yes.
I really like the Goblin merch.
And I've experienced April once a year.
That sounds gross.
No. Tell you what, that's where the green ooze comes from. So, what about Slappy Pappy? Slappy Pappy. Slappy Pappy.
Wait. Yes.
Buzz it. Okay.
Sketch.
That's a sketch.
Yeah.
From Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Who was Slappy Pappy?
Do you know, well, me and Brian Tucker and Christine Nangle and Jake Samansky, who were writers there, Brian Tucker introduced me to a comedian named Shucky Ducky, who I had never heard of. Have you ever heard of Shucky Ducky?
We got to get him on the
Please
pod.
Google Shucky Ducky. Shucky Ducky is a comedian who would tell jokes and then go, Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
Okay. I really like him already.
After his punchlines, he would say, Shucky Ducky, quack, quack.
Okay.
I thought that was great.
And so you created a...
So I really wanted to do something like that. And I wanted to look like... I just wanted to be Sinbad my whole life.
Yes!
So then when I got on SNL, I...
Oh, hold on.
Is this Shucky Ducky? Yeah, here he is.
Where he is? There he is.
This guy looks awesome.
Yeah, he does.
Shucky
Yeah.
Ducky.
And then there's like Hamburger. You know the guy who just goes Hamburger.
I do know
And like
Hamburger.
he will get a there's a clip of him on Def Comedy Jam where he comes out on stage and doesn't say anything yet, and people start cheering, and they start cheering so much. He has not spoken yet. He goes on for about 25 seconds, and then he raises the mic to his mouth. He has not said the word hamburger yet, and people go nuts when he just raises the mic, and then he just goes hamburger, and people go absolutely insane.
But isn't that amazing?
It is.
Like, comedians are doing it all wrong these days. They're trying to write all this material, trying to do all this crowd work and all these kind of gimmicks.
Oh.
And I keep telling them, like everyone just like with me. It's like I just go, right now, people lose their mind. Just like come up with a catchphrase. Come up with one thing. And then you don't have to tell jokes. And if the joke's bad, you just say the thing.
You just say the thing, and then everything's all right.
That's right.
Or just do a Fred Durst impression.
Yep.
Charles, I'm not going to do my first
No,
Durst
no,
impression.
please.
From Bobby is a master of impressions. He's not going to ask me to do a Fred Durst
Will
impression.
you do a Fred
Please,
Durst
no, please
impression?
don't.
Only because he asked. It's only
Yeah,
because he asked.
Will you do it
Johannes.
again?
What was that?
Will you do it again?
Yeah. Two. You got two that time. So what was Slappy Pappy's catchphrase?
He would tell a joke and then say his own name, and he would go, Slappy Pappy, wink, wink.
And did that crush?
Mick Jagger liked it. Mick Jagger thought it was funny.
Mick Jagger did. And that's why from that point on, Mick Jagger had his own catchphrase.
Mick Jagger was in a Kings of Catchphrase comedy tour. I believe it aired, or maybe it's online. It may not have aired. It may have gotten
What
cut
was his catchphrase?
His catchphrase was, I believe it was, a bit weird, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
His catchphrase was like, he would just say something and then go, a bit weird, isn't it?
That is what most British comedians do anyways.
It's 100% true.
Yeah, that's pretty much all they do. All right, last character.
Okay.
A ginger-bearded, incompetent podcast producer wandering around outside going, wait, where's Bobby? I thought he said he was here. Yes, Bobby. That's correct. That's correct.
At no point did I walk around.
When you saw him, was he doing this? He was going, where's Bobby? Oh, where Bobby go?
When I was sitting in my car and the door opened and I thought this is the place because there's a comedy character.
Yeah, he walked out. Was he doing this thing where he walks like a penguin?
I looked down to make sure there was not someone underneath him.
Yeah. And you can still look. You can
There's
still
no
look.
one there.
Bobby, you do a lot of improv.
Yep.
Improvisation.
Sorry, I didn't know what to say there.
Yes, and.
Yeah. And?
Great, thank you. So, I had a lot of improvisers on this podcast, and they always avoid trying to teach me.
So it must be pretty popular.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Improvisers are huge.
Who can we get? Who can we get? We need more improvisers.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Everyone's always like, do you want A-list celebrities? And then I go, who's like right above that? And they're always like, oh, I know what it is.
They're like, what about like a scientist or someone who like is an expert in something or like a smart person? No thanks.
No.
Okay, all right. What about a 20-year-old white man?
Yeah. They're always like, do you want someone who like has like 7 mansions and a reach that is global? I go, who's over at UCB on Tuesday at 7 p.m.? Who's doing a free show?
Who's not teaching right now?
Who's still whining about iOS being closed? Where are they? Where are they? And they're like, they're busy.
The most
Because they gotta be a barista.
Yeah.
Monday through Friday.
They did a scientific study I heard recently. The most whining, if any place, is outside of improv theater.
That's right.
Just
That's
a
right.
3-mile
That's
radius
right.
of any improv theater is where the most whining happens.
Right. Yeah. For someone that's so used to saying yes and, they're always just saying, but why me?
But why not me?
Why not me? Yeah,
It's yes and
why not
but
me?
also, can I be in it too?
Yeah. What if we had 13 people on stage? Bobby? What if we had 13 people on stage?
You know what we need for group mind is 30 people.
Yeah. 30 people.
30 people who
just going.
Yeah. And 2 who don't deserve it.
That's right. And we still don't know what a herald is. So, Bobby, everyone who comes on this podcast, everyone avoids trying to teach me improv because I think they're scared that obviously I'm going to become incredible at it and replace Wayne Brady.
You're an icon, and you're next in line to replace Wayne Brady. Everybody knows that.
That would be amazing. Still trying to get him on. Could you have...
He would come on in a second. He's the best.
I know that.
I'm gonna make a lot of guests happen.
Okay, good. Ooh. This is our new booker. All right.
Yeah.
This is our new booker, which is great because you do improv, so you do need a side job. Okay, so, Bobby.
If we can stay away from the people standing outside of UCB, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Shane. Not me.
They've already been here. Yeah.
Clip it. No. So, Bobby, right now, I was wondering if you could be the first person that takes the time to walk me through.
But they've all done. Yeah.
What do you mean?
Everyone is trying to teach you improv. Everyone.
I just want to say,
Matt Walsh couldn't even do it for crying out loud.
That's what I'm saying. He couldn't do it. So now I'm getting someone who could do it.
Okay.
If Matt Walsh couldn't do it, I don't know how I'm gonna help. I was the best
Improviser.
101 improv teacher in the world. After 101, no, because all I did was go, "You are fantastic." I just told I was like, "You're great. This is impossible to do, to make stuff up."
Well, then let's do that. That feels
Let's
good.
do it. Hey.
All right. So
All right.
Sorry. So I'm just first day of class.
Yeah. Hey, what's your name?
Goblikon. Nekrogoblikon.
Nice to meet you, John.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
Great. We're just gonna do something. We don't try and be funny. We're just gonna try and just be.
Oh, you don't have to try and be funny?
No. We just
I
gotta
got
be.
a friend, Johannes. I should sign him up.
All right, John. Bless you.
Thank you.
So let's just start. Let's just have a conversation. Where are we? How about we'll start there? Where are we? Pick a place. Relax.
I'm a butthole. Going over. Dicky.
That's fine. We're up a butthole. Okay.
Was that like funny? Was that like funny enough? Or should I just do it? We could edit it so I say something funnier.
I've been in weirder situations. We could be. Why would we be up a butthole? Let's figure it out together.
But I have to like answer like right away. It's like, could you look up like a funny answer and we'll just edit it into the thing that because he's saying like why, and I'm like, I don't know, I just said that, and I'm like, now I gotta like think of something like really funny. So ask ChatGPT, say, what's like the funniest answer?
I'm curious. Can you ask ChatGPT what the funniest answer to that question is?
Okay, so I'll answer that. It'll be like really funny. Okay, so let's just say like I answered it.
Like, hey, what are we doing in this butthole?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. It's just been that kind of day. You know,
that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Do I got it?
Yeah, you got it. You got improv.
Thank you.
You figured it out.
Okay.
You were a lot harder on yourself than I thought you needed to be. I think you got it, and I think you can travel now doing shows with 8 to 10 of your friends.
I think that sounds pretty good. And what's the pay like? It's got to be like,
oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Do you love money?
Oh yeah.
Well, you're gonna hate this.
Oh, okay.
Let's just say you get $100 for an hour.
That sounds good.
It does.
Yeah.
That probably won't happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, got it. It's gonna be less than that. So here's my question,
and then
Bobby.
Taxes and agents and managers.
Now, I know a lot of people at home are
Kids.
thinking, now improv has got to be one of the most lucrative careers you could have.
Yeah.
Because
next to whatever Elon Musk does.
That's right. Improv.
Improv.
Yeah. But I thought this would be true because you don't have to hire writers.
Nope.
Right? You don't have to have anyone writing anything.
You just have to believe in yourself.
You just have to well, I would say.
Well, you can hate yourself.
Yeah, I would say most people, they choose to.
You just have to have ego enough to leave your house and think it's okay to make shit up.
That's what it is.
Yep.
Here it is for you, by the way, for your scene now.
Okay.
You are inside a malfunctioning escape room.
Well, here's the good part is they're not going to take our jobs. I mean, that's the good part. The robots.
Yeah.
They're not really coming for those. I haven't really figured out the comedy part yet.
It's like they understand what it's supposed to be, but there's a nuance.
Yeah.
I can't just be a goblin man. I'm not a goblin. You're a goblin man.
I'm a goblin man.
So if I put on a goblin costume, people would know. People would be like, "There's something off."
See, I told you, Johannes. I
It's all
freaking
in
told
the
you.
pointing. Goblins, all you ever do is, I think it's the nails. If you didn't have the nails, I don't think you would point. I don't think you would read the way you do. I don't think you would scold the way you do. See?
Wouldn't scratch balls the way you do.
Someone sounds hungry for a turtleneck. Couple more things before I get you out of here, Bobby.
It's been an honor, by the way.
Oh, and by the way, an honor to meet a mayor, because I read here you were called Mr. Mayor.
Mm-hmm. During the pandemic.
During the pandemic, you became mayor.
For like 3 months, Holly Hunter called me Mr. Mayor.
Just 3?
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, you did a lot of that. You wrote on it? Yes?
No.
No, you didn't write on it.
No.
Okay. Here we go.
Just stop using ChatGPT for everything.
Yeah, it's okay.
Have you written before?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me. I'll just change up the question a little bit. Okay.
Sure.
So, I'm honored to be with you, Bobby.
Thanks, man.
You're a mayor, and you're on the show, Mr. Mayor.
Yep.
Next question. You've written stuff?
I've written stuff.
Okay. Next question.
Okay.
DuckTales. Wow.
Woo-hoo!
DuckTales. And you wrote on that.
I wrote every single word.
That's right. The original.
I wrote the original DuckTales. I created ducks, and I invented tales.
And it says here you worked on Star Wars.
I am George Lucas.
And you are George Lucas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you were a judge on RuPaul's Drag Race.
I played Judge Judy on RuPaul's Drag Race.
And you wrote that.
And I wrote it.
Which was a sketch. It was a sketch. It was a sketch. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Bobby, before I get you out of here, I have to ask you our right now rapid fire questionnaire.
Okay. He stopped. He didn't. There's nothing rapid about this.
All right, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you 5 rapid fire questions, and you're going to use that Improv 101 skill. Okay?
You say rapid fire or rabbit fire?
This is rabbit.
Rapid fire.
rapid fire questions.
Okay.
Okay? And you're going to say them whatever comes to your mind, okay?
Okay.
You're going to just improv 101.
Gotcha.
Ready?
Ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Left or right?
Right.
Westmoreland.
Huh?
Favorite genre of metal? Okay, there's a snail chasing you. The snail's moving at a snail's pace, but will follow you for the rest of your life. You can go as fast as slow as you want, but the snail will always be moving in your direction. If you touch it or it touches you, you die. But before you ask, yes, it can swim and survive in any atmosphere. What's your plan to survive the snail?
Just put a ring of salt around it.
Put a ring of salt around it.
Yeah, and you won't go past the salt because it'll kill it.
But it says it will always be moving forward. It doesn't really talk about salt.
If you take salt and you put a ring of salt around the snail, it'll be trapped inside that salt unless it wants to commit suicide, I think. Right?
So in a way, it's like we're kind of like all creating like a salt ring around us.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
Because everyone's always like, I bet everyone's telling this. The snail's probably thinking, oh, I can't get out of this ring of salt. It's hard. Mm-hmm. But you know what, snail?
It's not.
It's easy.
It's easy.
It's
super easy.
Yeah.
All
You know what else
have
is
to-
easy? Go into Trader Joe's. You ever been to Trader Joe's? Thank you so much, Bobby. One ahead, everybody. Round of applause. Round of applause. And now
Doesn't seem too psyched.
is your opportunity
Yep.
to promote whatever you got going on, Bobby, to that camera right there.
Right here.
Right here.
Hi, I'm Bobby Moynihan. You can check out the Who Me podcast on CBB World at cbbworld.com. You could get the children's book, Not All Sheep Are Boring, at books. Get it on a computer. Hug your loved ones.
Hey, Bobby.
1 second.
Oh,
No one ever takes time
you
on
know,
a
that's what I was
podcast
just
for
saying.
themselves.
I was just saying, it's like they're doing promotions and they're literally they're trying to just
I was
spew
saying,
all
like,
this
what else do I have
garbage.
to promote? And then I said, you know what? I think I just want a moment for myself where I just want to acknowledge how happy I am that I'm at a point in my life where I'm in an attic with a goblin.
That is so sweet, Bobby.
I love you.
And I just want to acknowledge, I love you too, by the way.
Thank you.
And I just want to acknowledge something else.
Okay.
That was what I said, like, you took the time, and I love that you took the time for you.
Yeah. I deserve it.
You do deserve it. And I also kind of feel like I kind of deserve you to take the time for me.
Yeah.
So I wrote a promo. It's under your throat. Mm-hmm. I kind of wrote a little script for you if you want to read that.
Sure. Under here.
Yeah, just got to promote my stuff.
Okay.
You know? There you go. Yep. Microphone right in your back. Hey, shoulder, I got a question for you. That's physical bit. Got the microphone. Bobby, shoulder.
Regular Chevy
What's it like
Chase.
being always behind him?
Bobby Moynihan porno. Promo.
Oh.
I thought it said porno for real.
We should do
We should do a Bobby
change it.
Moynihan porno.
Yeah,
Everyone's
we'll put some porno music
clamoring
behind
for
it. Okay.
Hello to all the new members of the GOBMOB. I think I said that wrong. The Gobmob. Son of a bitch. Oh, wait. There's literally a question here. Gobmob? Forget about it. I know what you're thinking. Is that the cheerleader from Grown Ups 2? Why, yes, it is. But you two can have your own cameo by ordering a special shout out from John Goblikon. Now, before I dig into my major TV credits, like when I played the role of myself in the 2016 Pizza Hut commercial for bacon stuffed crust pizza, which, by the way, paid for my wedding, why don't you check out John's link tree listed here? Point anywhere you want.
What? Okay. Yep.
Oh, yep. That's where we're gonna have to put it.
Yeah.
That's where we're gonna have to put it.
To see all of John's upcoming comedy shows here in LA and a few select cities this fall, or, here's a wild idea, this Saturday night, live. You can see John and his band Nekrogoblikon play in Tampa, Florida, or any of these upcoming cities. Point anywhere you want.
You're gonna have to do that, Johannes. You're gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, right in there. You're gonna have to put a city in his freaking nose. Oh, yep. He's looking at another city.
As your mayor, That's Mr. Mayor to You, a show that was canceled. I want you to get those tickets, and I'm going to point like a goblin right now.
Johannes! That's my favorite promo yet!
That was the worst porno I've ever seen.
Yeah, I disagree.
I disagree too, actually.
I'm
I've seen much
juiced
worse.
up. That felt really good.
Thanks, man.
And I love, Bobby, that story you were telling me off camera. When you were a little boy, and you used to listen to the Right Now podcast with John Goblikon, you'd be like, this is my favorite podcast. One day, and you used to say,
I told my mom one day I'll be on it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And look at this.
And she said, no way.
She said, he gonna put you on.
She said, stop lying to yourself.
She said, son, you're going to be too popular. You're doing improv comedy. You ain't going to be able to have time for podcasts.
You're probably going to be in an all-purpose room in a college somewhere.
That's right. They're going to clear out the conference room.
Yeah.
They're going to set up a stage from a couple of platforms that they use for their cheerleaders.
The part of the cafeteria where they usually put the ice cream little tray thing, that's not going to be there.
No.
That's going to be 8 feet of space for you.
And 14 other people.
And 14 other people who look exactly like you.
That's right.
To figure out a way to do a pedophile scene someday.
And now you're here, Ben.
We did it.
We did it. And
I
you know
love
what?
John Goblikon.
This podcast with Bobby Moynihan, easy. Easy.
Extremely easy.
Now watch him make this hard. Stop recording. Hey, stop recording, Johannes. He's like, what button do I push?
It's done. We
You
stopped.
literally just press stop.
Oh, wait. Hold on.